Alright, check this out. You guys are back on the Hater World and I'm Blue Devil. What we have going on today is a video of Little Zay Osama over on the No Jumper podcast talking about how Chiraq is crazier than Los Scandelous. And also saying that when you're getting interviewed, not to give up all the info. But check this out. Before we get into that video, if you guys are new to the Hater World, make sure you go over, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, like the video, and most importantly, leave me a comment down below and let me know if you like what I'm doing or whether you don't. And salute to all my day ones. You guys already know, nothing but love. But check this out. We recently dropped a new t-shirt. Make sure you go over to the website, cop yourself a shirt, and support the fucking channel. Alright? Very simple. Support the channel now. We dropped it yesterday, but I didn't want to bring it up on the Takeoff video, just out of respect for that young man. Rest in peace, Takeoff. But it is up for sale now, so go ahead and make sure you cop one. Send me a picture to my Instagram, and I'll post it on the story. Alright? So with no further ado, we got 2 clips for the price of 1. So let's go ahead and give you guys a Southsider's reaction. Let's go.
Safety first, yeah.
Okay, but what's the status of Chicago in terms of, like, everybody says how LA is way crazier right now than it used to be a couple years ago. How do you feel about where Chicago's at?
Check it out. Before he answers that, let me make something plain and clear, right? Simple and plain, crystal clear, whatever you want to call it, right? I think that LA is a little bit more strategic when they do their murders, and as scandalous as it sounds, you know, Chicago is out there just running wild, right? They're literally just killing anything that moves. And all this is nothing to glamorize, but it is the true reality of society that we live in today, 2022. But if you were to ask me, I think that LA is more strategic. I think they go out for what they are. When they go out, they already know what they're going out for, right? Like, if they're gonna go pull out a lick, they already know the plan. If they're gonna go rob a store, they already know the plan. If they're gonna go murk somebody, they already know the plan. And Chiraq sounds more and seems more from the outside looking in. I don't know, but if you were to ask me, it seems more like it's more random. You know what I mean? They're just out there doing whatever they like, how they like, when they like. And that's a whole nother level of crazy. You know, LA is crazy as it is, but Chiraq is just a whole nother level of crazy. Plus the gun laws are way different than Los Angeles. But let's see what he says.
I feel like LA is crazy, that's first of all. But, like, I feel like Chicago, like, what can I say about Chicago? It's a lot of miscellaneous, goofy-ass killing. I feel like it is getting worse because it ain't no structure, ain't no guidance. You know what I'm saying? So these youngins, they just growing up watching these videos, gun. You know, it's like they just a lot of negative shit on the internet. And, you know, kids, they got fun. My daughter, she on the phone all day on YouTube.
Right.
Check it out. He said that all these young kids are on the internet watching what's going on, and they believe for it to be true, right? And he's not lying. I have nephews that are on their phone all day long, walking around the house like fucking zombies. I literally snatch the phone out their fucking hand. They start whining and crying like little bitches. Regardless of being my nephews or not. Being so young and being led by the phone is just not good at all. You know, they're on that shit 24 hours a day from the minute they wake up to the minute they go to sleep. You know, once you take that shit away, they start crying like they know nothing else. They even tell me, what do you want me to do? There's nothing to do. Motherfucker, go outside. Motherfucker, go walk around. Go kick some rocks. Go get on the Huffy and go up the block. Like, these kids don't understand life without a cell phone. And listen, you can't blame them because that's how they grow up. This is their era. Our era was, you know, grabbing the bike, the GT, you know, going to the homeboy's pad, you know, him grabbing his bike and just cruising the fucking block. Going to see what the fuck kind of trouble we get into. But those times are long gone. Kids nowadays, all they do is see the internet and try to emulate that. You know, they see somebody wearing gold chains, they want to wear gold chains. They see somebody wearing Louis Vuitton belts, they want to wear a Louis Vuitton belt. They see somebody toting straps, they think that's the thing to do, and they want to tote straps. You know, it's part of the game now. It's part of the life. It's crazy to say, but life nowadays, it seems like all these kids are doomed. But let's go.
I'm saying, like, it's just certain shit, like, influence these kids, like.
But does she watch anything that worries you?
She watch all my videos.
Okay.
All my videos, and it could be some bad in that too, because I talk about a lot of other shit, you know what I'm saying, but.
Makes sense.
Come on. The fuck is this?
Girl, just let her listen to it, let her watch this shit, because all she thinks, she don't think about the negative shit, she just say that, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, how old?
She 2.
Oh, my kid's almost 2 too.
Yeah, my son and my daughter, they 3 and 4.
Okay.
They watch all my videos all the time too. They say the same thing.
Oh yeah, my kid listens to all the worst rap music on earth for sure. She probably knows King Von songs by heart at this point, but she ain't.
Listen, it ain't only about these kids listening to music. You know how much nasty, disgusting shit is on YouTube that you have no idea is on YouTube? Weirdo shit. There is literally, I can guarantee you, there is predators on YouTube. Okay? I don't want to say shit, but I've seen some stuff on YouTube that makes you think, who the fuck makes this? For kids. Weirdo shit. And these kids watch it thinking it's cool because they don't know better. But you as an adult, you know that somebody's making this on purpose. You know, and they'll use the same kid cartoons to make it look decent. You know, if a parent would look at a kid's phone, they will see Barney. They think it's all gravy. But 2 minutes later, Barney is fucking, Barney is, what is that shit called when the girls shake their ass? Twerking. Barney is twerking. I've seen all kinds of weird ass shit. Then you got the kids trying to follow what the fuck Barney is doing. It's just wild. It is fucking wild. To any parents out there watching my channel, make sure you're on top of your kid's phone and what the fuck they be doing. Because, you know, if you don't really pay close attention, it might all seem harmless until you really dig deep, you know. But let's go ahead and watch the other clip where he's talking about how interviewers, people that are being interviewed shouldn't be giving up all the scoop. Let's go.
I was doing an interview with Joe Budden the other day, and he was giving me a hard time about interviewing street rappers and asking them about street shit, basically. Asking about people they don't get along with, whatever.
Said Joe Budden?
Yeah,
That's the bald head interviewer dude.
Is there a baldy under there? Yeah, he usually got a hat on. But
no, I think I saw a video with him and Quavo or some shit, or him and Offset or some shit.
Oh, yeah, they almost ran up on him. They stood up
he was scared
and looked at him, and he wasn't feeling it. It was awkward. Academics were sitting there, too.
Why Adam talking like he's tough? Why is Adam talking like he wouldn't be scared? You know, why is Adam talking like he's packing and toting a fucking a Glock underneath his t-shirt? You know, that fool's always acting tough, right? But fuck it though. Maybe he is tough. We don't know. We don't know if this motherfucker's really crazy like that. We can only assume. But we don't know. We really don't know. So let's go.
Yeah, that was a classic moment. But yeah, he was kind of giving me a hard time about, like, you know, interviewing dudes who were on some street shit. They pulled up some certain different titles from different interviews I did. And they're like, how are you asking? You know, like one of the old ones was like, I asked Vaughn about Doug.
But you're an interviewer, blood. You gonna do that. That's what interviewers do. Don't go on the interview or don't answer the question. This shit's simple.
Right.
Listen, I've said it many times. The interviewer is going to try to get out the most out of you. So it's up to you to whether answer it or say next question. Now, I'll put it to you like this. I got to make sure that I do good content that you guys want to watch so you guys watch it again. So Adam got to make sure that he gets the best out of this guy. So that way when you're watching it, you're entertained and you come back. Because if this fucking guy is talking about, you know, getting straight A's in class, ain't nobody gonna listen to it. But if he tells you a story about blasting the enemies, you motherfuckers are gonna wanna watch it. So it's really up to the guy being interviewed to either say never mind, next question, or I'm out of here. But people need to stop blaming the interviewer or the messenger. Blame the person that's answering the question. You know, because I got some people coming up here, and I'm gonna fucking ask them shit that nobody wants to ask, and it ain't gonna be an interview. You know, interview killers, Southside Storiez. But I'm gonna make them say the worstest shit, and if they don't want to, they don't have to. But I'm gonna try and get it out of them. Why? Because it makes for good content. But let's go.
Only, like, if you ask me some shit, I can only trick on myself.
That's
if
what
I
I'm
say
saying,
it.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just be like, go to the next question or whatever.
There are some questions I could ask you that you would be mad at me for having the fucking audacity to ask it.
For sure. For
Right.
sure. So you shouldn't even ask that.
But most questions is like, you can answer it in a way, like even me bringing up people that you might have issue with. I mean, you could spill the whole thing. You could have said, well, this happened and he called me and he said this.
It depends on who it is and what the situation is.
Right.
Listen, people ask me all kinds of shit in the comments. I don't give a fuck. Ask me whatever you want. I ain't gonna answer shit unless I want to. Same thing goes here. Like, motherfuckers need to stop being so scary. Like, listen, how can a question get you offended? If they're asking you, it's because it's out there already, you know. But this is a message to everybody that does interviews. There's a lot of rappers out there that gotta uphold the image of being hardcore, or they gotta uphold the image of being gangster. So they go ahead and spill the beans, and later they regret it. But that's the cost they gotta pay. You know what I mean? You got an image to uphold. You gotta be gangster at all times. So you can't go up to an interviewer and be sweet, because then people gonna look at you sweet, and then your music or your video not gonna sell, and then you're gonna be out the game. So sometimes it's part of the game, bro. Sometimes you gotta give up the sauce in order to have that image, in order to sell records, in order to stay on top of the charts or whatever, right? So, you know, it's a hard one to tell. It really is. But let's go. Let's give it another couple seconds.
Don't always speak on everything and tell a whole story about it.
But that was part of what they said. Is like, I was like, listen, a lot of times I'll ask a dude a question and they don't really answer it because they're smart enough to know that they don't want to, you know, incriminate themselves or say anything crazy. But then their response was like, these dudes aren't smart enough to know what to say. And I'm like, how are you rolling around with the world, the view of the world that these dudes aren't smart enough to think for themselves? I don't look at the average rapper that I interview like a fucking idiot, because most of them, when I ask them about crazy shit in the interview, they don't tell me shit. Or they'll say, they'll hint at little shit, they'll kind of let you know, but they ain't really incriminating themselves. And that's why, in the whole history of rap...
That's why I say it's really up to what you say.
Right, but in the whole history of rap interviewing, almost no interviews have ever been used in court cases, whereas lyrics get used all the time because the lyrics are way crazier.
You never know. This is real crazy. They'll bring...
Not right now, but I can guarantee you in the future they'll start using videos, podcasts, interviews in court cases, you know. But as you guys know, in California, the governor banned lyrics to be used in the court of law. Salute to, I think it's Newsom, right? But I know other states, they're using audio rap lyrics in court cases. But guarantee you that visual videos are coming to a court near you. So beware. But let's go.
Motherfucker, they'll start got them taking interviews and incriminating motherfuckers. You'll be like, damn, I wish I'd have never said that.
Sometimes it surprises me that interviews don't get used more in...
Let's start talking about it before I do.
But check it out. It's really fucked up that they do. Want to know why? Because music is entertainment, right? Hip-hop, the culture, is entertainment. You should be able to claim it as a job and an occupation, right? You should be able to say, listen, this is my job. I'm supposed to be this persona. I'm this gangbanger guy only for the entertainment purposes of my job. Once I go home, this is who I am, but I go by my legal name. You know, just like movies. You put movies out there, and the people that are actors are not getting busted on RICOs. They're not getting busted on anything because it's a fucking movie. So it's pretty fucking fucked up that rap lyrics and podcast visuals can be used in the court of law when it's also entertainment. You know, the law is fucked up. The law is one-sided. But check this out. I'm going to end this video right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Again, make sure you guys go over to Southside Storiez and subscribe. Make sure you guys go to the website and cop the new tee. Other than that, I'm Blue Devil. This has been a Hater World production, and we out.